One of my biggest pet peeves in the whole entire world is when Muslim parents insist that you must finish your studies before you can get married or do anything at all for that matter. I was going to university for a long time and I realized that the whole thing is just one big lie. Because I thought to myself, do I ever actually learn anything in the lectures? Do I even listen? Who even is this professor? Do I know his qualifications? Who is this guy? And then I realized, I looked around, everybody in there is on the same boat as me. They're just there pretending they're learning. And they're telling their parents, yeah, I'm studying, I love education. When they just want to go to university to hang out with their friends. Okay, there are some people that are actually interested in the study. Probably around 90% of men in there and women are just there so they can have fun. Because society told them to, because their parents told them to. Now, the reason that so many Muslims are obsessed with the university, especially the older demographic, their parents, is because Islam tells us that we need to be educated. But the fact is, when it says education, it's not talking about going to some stupid Kafir university and learning about some stupidity that has nothing to do with anything related to Islam, related to character, related to anything like law or engineering. They only have these things in place so they can keep the system running. It has nothing to do with being a good person. Education has to do with being a good person. I agree with that. If you read 10 books on psychology, you'll probably become a man with a better character. 100%. But if you go to uni for 4 years and you learn some BS like business, you're going to come out with less knowledge on business than me, who never learned anything about business. But I have more experience than you. To be brutally honest with you, you'll probably be messed up. Your iman will be gone because you've intermixed, and it's very hard to hold your thoughts, never mind the physical part, your thoughts in place when there's so many of the other gender. Now, I personally dropped out of uni a long time ago, and I tell you what, I am way smarter than anybody that I was going to uni with. The people who were in my class, they are just finishing uni now. I tell you the truth, they are dumb. They don't know anything about psychology. Because that's what I was studying, psychology. I dropped out, I read a ton of books. But to take this whole thing a step further, I believe I know more business than people with a business degree. Because you know why? I took one class on business. Well, I mean, one semester. So I went to this class once a week about business in university. And everything they teach was complete BS. It had nothing to do with anything business related. They're talking about, oh, you shouldn't work with family. Well, you have to come up with a good return on investment folio and then business plan. BS. I came out of that class and dropped out of uni and I started a martial arts business. I was basically just teaching people one-on-one martial arts classes. Now, it's not much of a big business, obviously. But I put up posters, I made some, posts online, and I got a bunch of people in it and I started making money. And I can guarantee you I made more money than any of those guys that were in my class in business. Because those guys will stop making business plans and stop paying for all these things. Now they just spend like $1,000 on starting up their business. And now when they start, they're not even going to get 1% of that back because it's going to fail. Because they overthought it too much. Whereas me, how much money did I spend on my business? $0. How much money did I make? Close to 1,000. I had to close it down because I was too busy with work. And I'm not even talking about how much it actually costs to go to uni these days. You're going to be in debt for half of your life, brother. Now, if you're going to uni now, I don't completely encourage you to drop out because it's probably super important to your parents. I don't want to ruin any relationships with them. But when you go, just keep your head down, put your earphones in, listen to some normal podcast, listen to, Andrew Huberman, Joe Rogan or something, and just try to tune out all the BS. And just, do your exams, whatever, but just don't take those things into heart. But if you want real education, read the books that I told you about. And secondly, subscribe to my channel. That is real education. Everything I teach you, you don't learn that in a university degree. You only learn that from a G who's telling you the truth and who cares about you.